Does this sound familiar? You've already submitted hundreds of job applications, and for each one, you do some level of AI resume tailoring. You spend around 20 to 30 hours a week just applying for jobs. You have a master's degree, you've done multiple courses, multiple boot camps, you have ample experience, maybe some local experience, some internships, some overseas experience. You have full working rights here in Australia as well, but you're still not landing interviews. You're not getting any meaningful shortlist. And you very well know that this is the first hurdle you need to cross, getting shortlisted. So if you're not landing interviews despite all of the things you're currently doing, it's easy to feel anxious. Job hunting and job applications have become almost like a full-time job. It's time consuming, it's painstaking, and that's really when the anxiety kicks in and you become quickly disheartened with the job market. Now, what I want to say is this: it's really not about your skills or your qualification or who you are, right? It's most likely because of the wrong strategy you're implementing. Now, let me explain. This year alone, we managed to get hundreds of interview shortlists for our clients. And what we are seeing in the current market is this: the hiring funnel has a 2 to 4% shortlist rate. That means for every 100 applications you make, you should get at least 2 to 4 interviews or meaningful shortlists. So if this isn't happening for you, you most likely have the wrong strategy in place. Now, I feel for you. I understand where you're coming from. A lot of people I work with as part of my career coaching experience usually have the wrong strategy. And as a result, they fail to get interviews. They fail to get these meaningful shortlists. And if you don't get interview, of course, you don't land a job, right? And that's the reason we came up with the Job Search Accelerator, and I call it the Shortlist Guarantee Engine. We guarantee you meaningful shortlists. So how do we do that? Now, the Job Search Accelerator has 5 pillars, the backbone of this engine. Everything we do revolves around these pillars. Pillar number 1, match percentage. We look at all jobs under the Australian sky. We look at Seek, LinkedIn, and Indeed. So we make sure that we scavenge every single job out there that matches your requirement. Then we calculate a match score against your resume, your skills, your capabilities, and the job description, and we apply only for the top ones. That means the probability of getting shortlisted is automatically high because we have a system in place that matches your resume only to the top jobs. Things like seniority, the tools, your domain knowledge, your years of experience, your location preference, so on and so forth. There are a number of different criteria we use to decide on the match percentage. Pillar number 2, speed. We apply on your behalf. You don't even have to lift a finger. We apply for 30 jobs per week at a minimum, around 120 jobs per month. You never reach that level on your own. Our team will log into your Seek, your LinkedIn, sign up into different career portals, and we will apply on your behalf. That means, you're saving a lot of time and energy by outsourcing the whole thing to us. Pillar number 3, precision. Every resume and cover letter is tailored and keyword optimized. We try different resume and cover letter templates to see actually what is working. We do a little bit of A/B testing as well to see, which versions work better given your experience, your skills, and your profile. We use AI to expedite the whole process, but every resume will go through a human touch as well so that you can stand out from other AI-generated resumes as well. We don't want you to be having another, AI-generated resume. We humanize it as much as possible so that it stands out. Pillar number 4, gap identification. We have a system in place to identify the gaps. We apply for jobs that your resume aligns with, but there will be some minor gaps too. We identify those gaps and suggest genuine and real world projects you can do to bridge that gap, and we will include it in your resume before the application. So by bridging the gap, your match percentage automatically increases even further. Pillar number 5, outreach. Now, we have seen this very often. After you apply, if you send a direct message to the recruiter or hiring manager or send them an email, the chances of getting shortlisted are higher. We have proven that. So if the recruiter or hiring manager's information is in the job description or job post, we will do that as well on your behalf. Now, these are the 5 pillars the Job Search Accelerator is based on. In terms of how it works and the steps we will take, it's very, very simple. The first few steps are about setting up that foundation, right? We'll have a discovery call with you. ask you to share your documents, ask some clarifying questions, and deep dive into your profile. Now, this is a very, very important step. Everything that we do is predicated on this step. Immediately after the call, we will also set up a WhatsApp group which will have you and our team in it. This is where we will bounce off ideas, tell you whether you got a shortlist or not, send you interview prep documents. You can reach out to us with clarifications or feedback so we can improve the applications as well in the future. We will also set up a fresh email from scratch that will be used for all application and will be on your resume too. A new inbox that you have access to and we have access to, so everything is transparent. Then we will start working on your base resume, your cover letter, LinkedIn profile, and Seek profile, and set it up from scratch. That's the glow up. The aim is to take your profile to the very next level. Now, once the foundation is built, we move on to the Job Search Accelerator engine. Now, this is where you can sit back and relax, and we will start with the grind work. A precision tailoring, end-to-end application, 30 applications per week, if not more. We spend around 30 to 40 minutes per application. We'll make the documents, we will submit it, and we will target the job as much as possible. Now, to be transparent, you will have access to the inbox. As I said, if a shortlist comes via email, we will alert you, and you will set it up on your mobile phone too. But if you get a call from a recruiter, please let us know. That way we have a feedback loop, and we know exactly what worked and what didn't from a template point of view. Now, every application will be tracked and shared with you on a live Google Sheet tracker. Every single application is covered. The resume we use, the cover letter we use, and I'll show you very quickly how the tracker works as well in a short while. And once you have an interview lined up, we will help you with the interview prep. As I said, we will reach out to the recruiter and hiring manager as well, just so that the applications are set on top of the pile. All right, now let's take a closer look into a few aspects as part of the discovery call and the onboarding phase. We will get you to submit quite a lot of information to help us build your perfect profile. Your basic details, search criteria, current scenario, all of your current documents. We'll ask you for your preferences as well, like in terms of the resume template, the cover letter template, so on and so forth. Then you book a call with us. We'll go through all of the information that you have provided us with, and then ask you some residual questions. We'll also experiment with multiple resume formats. We have 12 to 15 proprietary ATS-friendly resume templates, and we'll see exactly what works for you. The same goes for the cover letter as well. Most importantly, we will overhaul your LinkedIn profile and make it top-notch. This comes back to something we call as the halo effect. It will not lead directly to shortlist, but when a recruiter goes into someone's profile, they form a first impression. So it's really important to set up and optimize your LinkedIn really well. We'll give you everything that is required: banner and your headline, your about section. We'll also create a few documents, including your resume and a carousel. Carousel is a 7-page PDF introducing you to LinkedIn and your profile visitors, right? So we'll do a full LinkedIn revamp. All content will be provided, and there will be around 20 backend optimization that will be done as well. And now, once the engine starts, as I said, you will have access to an application tracker. You'll have full edit rights to it. You can see exactly which companies we have applied to, the status, the URL, the job description, the location, the match percentage, and any signal, whether they're a recruiter, whether it's a scam, whether it's a ghost job, any visa status requirement, seniority, the match, and the gap between your resume and the JD. All of it will be logged into this centralized tracker. We'll also make note of the version of resumes we have used so that we can backtrack and see what worked, what didn't, do a bit of A/B testing, and we'll also put the links to the actual resume and cover letter that we have uploaded for this job, right? Now, we'll also make note of the additional projects you can complete to increase your chances of landing that interview. That will be placed within the tracker as well. And lastly, also the application day. So it's a very detailed application tracker shared with you with full edit access. Last but not the least, one of the things that we do is prepare an interview prep document with around 5 sections to it. Once you land an interview, you get in touch with us. We will provide you with an in-depth document covering things like, keyword analysis, what this job is all about, giving you a question bank, understanding the alignment between your resume and the job description. And if there is some gap between your resume and the job description, what are some of the things that you can do to bridge the gap? So who runs this? It's me. My name is Krish. I am the CEO and founder of the Data Analytics Institute. I have personally helped around 300 clients land a job in Australia. I've over 10 plus years of Aussie corporate experience as well. I've interviewed and hired hundreds of junior team members in the past. Now I'm a full-time career coach. This is my true calling. Really passionate about helping people land meaningful jobs here in Australia, and I personally oversee the JSA program as well. Now, the second brain behind this is Anjali, an Australian recruiter turned career coach. She has helped hundreds of people land a job in Australia. She is an expert in algorithmic resume optimization and all the modern recruitment workflows, right? She knows inside out how the ATS systems work, how recruiters think, and that's one of the reasons why we get a lot of traction and a lot of shortlists. So that's the team. You can Google us, you can go to Trustpilot, and we are the most loved career accelerator here in Australia. So we have a transparent pricing model as well. We don't like to hide anything. It's very, very affordable too. It's around $4 per application, which comes up to $490 per 4 weeks for around 120 applications a month. It's a simple subscription-based model. You can start anytime, stop, restart, or cancel anytime as well. Now, we spend around 30 to 40 minutes easily per application. So essentially, it's less than a coffee per application. And in terms of the guarantee, we have a shortlist guarantee. Our guarantee is that you will receive at least one shortlist within 2 months of using our service. Definitely, you will get much more than that, but our guarantee is at least one shortlist in 2 months. We have had people who landed 15 to 20 interviews in 2 to 3 months. Right now, the next step is to enroll or book a call or a meeting with us, or send us a message if you want to know more. See you on the other side, and thank you for listening.